this module we will see how to add any student. So this is the dashboard of a tutor. Once you go to the dashboard, you click on add students. When you click on add student, you will see search parent bar where you can see the where you can put in the parent's email ID and search for them. So for example, if I put an email ID of a parent I know and search for them, you will see this section select student. Now in select student we are seeing 3 students. So 3 of the students are added as children of Rahul, and they have not been assigned any mentor till now. Now let's say I want to add FF, so I click on FF and I submit. Once I click submit, the system will send a request to the parent's email ID that this tutor wants to add the child FF under them. Now you can see that there are 2 requests which are still pending by the parents. Now if I want to see how the parents will see this, so we go to parents email ID, we see 2 requests on Unlearn Kids. So here is the approval request. Once I click here, once the parent basically clicks on the approval request, the request gets approved and the child is added to the system of the mentor. So let's just wait for this approval. Once this gets done, request has been successfully approved. Now when we go to the tutors portal, you can, if you will refresh the page, you can see now that the request, one of the requests is approved. You will see it right here. So here 3D has been approved by the parent. Now when you go to my request, my students, you will see who all students are registered with you. So you have one child registered with you whose name is 3D, and you can select a child. You can see that the child is working right now on numbers and operations. The targets for this week for the child is 18 nanoskills. Target achieved so far is 0 nanoskills. Number of days left to achieve the target is 6, and the child has not deviated from the target. Now the fourth, and here are the tabs where you can see the result and the details about the child. We'll come to these tabs at a little later stage. Now let us learn about how to make batches. So you click on batches. This is the screen coming to the batches. You add a batch name. Let's say I name it as batch 1. I put the schedule of the batch. Let's say this is from October 2016 to October 2017, and I added the batch. Now once I added the batch should reflect here, and as you can see that now we can see Okay, this batch name is already existing, so I name it as batch 1. So here you can see I have batch 1, and let's see how many. So now in this row you have 4 tabs: edit, add and view student, to do, and delete. With edit you can edit the batch name. With add and view student you can add and view the students who are attached to this batch. So let me select a student here, and I'll add this student to my batch. You can see here now there is one student in this batch, which is batch 1, whose name is 3D, and I can view this student. Once I view this student, I'll see all the details about this student. Here, now let us understand these tabs one by one. Here is the overview. So this is the overview of the child. Now if the child has some backlogs, you can click on backlogs, remove backlogs for that particular child. So there are no backlogs here for this child. You can set target for this child for the next week. So you can, from here you can set the next week's target. Let's say I added the target. So now there are 2 targets for this child. For this is the target for current week, this is the target for next week. Now I can see the results from here: domain wise results, grade wise results, assessment results, and learning path results. So in assessment results I can see what all the student is doing and what is his level. So let us see what are the details of his assessments. So the child is working on the concept which is counting from 20 to 100. Let us see what all he has done under this concept. He has done these many sub-concepts, and this is the 4th sub-concept which the child is doing right now. Now let us go to, so if the assessment is going on, there will be no learning path results, because learning path will start once we are done with our assessments. So that's why you see no matching records found. So this was about the result of the students. This is how from set targets you can set targets for the student. From remove backlog you can remove the backlog of a particular student who is selected right now. Now let us go to the batches again. And let us see what you have to do in a class. So for example, let's say there are 10 students in a class. Before I start a class, I click my to do function. The moment I click my to do function, I'll see this window. Now here I'll see all the students in my batch. Here I'll see all the students who have not completed the target. So for example, I can see 3D, this target to do, he has to complete 18 worksheets, but the child has not completed even one, so the target was not achieved. You can also see a list of students who have completed the target. You can also see a student backlog report, so you will see the name of the students with the sub-concepts in which they have backlogs, and here you will see the name of the sub-concept and name of all the students who have problem with that sub-concept, so that you can club them and help them together. So remember two things. One is how to add a student. For adding a student, you have to know the parent's email ID. Once you know the parent's email ID, you go to add student, you click on add student, you write parents email ID in the search bar, you search for them, you will get the students, you select a student, submit a request, parents will get the request on the email, then parents will approve the request. Once parents have approved the request, you will see the child on your portal as an added child. Thank you.